Hey guys, so I am going to do, I guess, the part 2 to my back to school tips, tricks, and organization. This is mostly just study tips that I find are easy, things that I find that help me throughout the school year. So something that I try to do is do a lot of things the night before. So for example, like I wear uniforms, so it's not much thinking about what I'm gonna wear. Obviously I have different tops. I don't have many different bottoms. I only have really one of this, well, like 3 of the same type of bottoms that I can really wear, so I don't really have to bother about that. But I do, maybe think about if I want to accessorize and what do I accessorize with. So plan those out and put those out the night before. Something that I also do is if you take lunch like I do, then think about what you want to take to lunch and if you can make it the night before. So if I have snacks, I usually tend to try to have 3 to 4 snacks in my lunch bag. So I'll have, maybe I'll have grapes, I'll have some crackers and cheese, and then I'll have like a water bottle or a juice box, or 2 if I have 2 juice boxes or a water bottle, and then maybe I'll have some Lay's Ruffles chips, Lay's chips, kind of to spoil it a little bit, have a little bit of a snack. And then what I'll do is I'll stick the chips in a bag and put them in the refrigerator because then they'll stay crisp. I'll stick the grapes in the bag. I'll put the juice box of water in the fridge to keep it nice and cool. And then, what else did I say? Whatever else I can put in the fridge, I'll put in the fridge. Now, say if I wanted to make a chicken, like a tuna salad, because I do like tuna, with Caesar dressing, croutons, and corn, which I do like. And then, so that's what I'll do is I will pre-make the tuna with the mayonnaise and whatnot, put it in the fridge, and then I'll have the corn out, I'll stick that in the fridge. I'll have the lettuce put into a container already stuck in the fridge, and then the croutons kind of out in a little bit of a bag. The salad dressing I will stick in a little container and stick it in my bag. In the fridge. So that way I have separate things that I can do and I can mix it together when I get to school. That way it's not all soggy. I find that really disgusting when my salad's all soggy. So do that the night before. That way all you have to do, throw it in your bag and you'll be set. Second thing that that I think you should do is definitely, like I said, there's put your clothes out the night before. Put your lunch out the night before. Make sure you put all your bags and homework, all your books and homework in your bag. That way you don't have risk of losing it and you don't forget it. Then what I do is I actually stick my book bag on the handle of my door. That way when I wake up I see it and I don't forget about it. Then when I'm ready and I'm dressed and whatnot, then I go and I stick it at the front door. That way when I'm leaving I can just pick it up and go and stick my lunch bag in there. Another thing I'd recommend is to take a shower the night before, just because it's easier. If you really feel nasty and dirty in the morning, take a shower in the morning. If you have a specific hairdo that you want to do, I'd recommend washing your hair the night before, drying it mostly the night before, and then just touching it up in the morning so it's not so much work. And actually, if you want to have a bit of a curl, I'd recommend braiding your hair. So braiding your hair like this will give you a bit of a wave. I know it gives a bit of a wave in my hair because right now my hair is naturally curly, but I straightened it the night before, actually yesterday. So it's nice and it'll be wavy, so that if you want waves, you'll have that. It's already to go. And if you want it to be curly, it's already kind of pre-curled for you, so that's simpler. Then the next thing I'd recommend is before going to school, or if you're going back to school shopping, or even in the month of September, October, and kind of November, I would recommend looking at magazines. So this is Teen Vogue with Emma Stone on it. It's the September issue. You can see it's very thick. Like you can see, that's really thick for Teen Vogue. And just kind of go through it and look at the different trends. So what I noticed the trends are, I think mostly every fall, they're pretty much straightforward. There are some new innovations. So I noticed that, for example, if you look at Burberry, there's very smoky eyes, kind of nude lips, nice, pretty much natural from your nose down, if that makes sense. And then having kind of a smoky I kind of sort of dramatic, nice. You have nice, deep, rich colors. You have sort of beach waves in November, which I notice are coming out. You have a lot of people who have bangs, like kind of blunt bangs, you know, that sort of thing. You have a lot of things that are just kind of cool and easy to throw in together. So, for example, I really love this top at H&M, as well as this top, but I like this top better. What I actually do is I go through the guys section, and I'd probably just buy like a guy's blazer or something and wear that, you know. So obviously go through your magazines and look through that and just look at that. So that's Teen Vogue. And then here is 17 magazine with Emma Watson on it. And then again, more tips, more tricks for hair, and it has a lot of the back to school things. As well, you can go and look at 17 Fitness with Nina Dobrev on it. It's available till August the 2nd. So there's that, and I recommend just going through a bunch of different magazines, looking online, maybe looking at your friends, looking at street style. It's always great to look at street style and to kind of mix and match, to think about your own. Now, a tip, because a lot of people do this, and I know I used to do this, what I'd recommend is going through your closet every fashion season. So what I mean by that is spring, summer, fall, winter. I go through and I purge pretty much every, like, maybe 3 or 4 months throughout the year, and I purge to see what I haven't worn in months, what I haven't worn in years. If I haven't worn it for a year, give it away. If I haven't worn it for 5 months, think about it. If maybe I like it and I think I can do something with it, use it. So that's what I do, and I go through my closet and I look there. Then what you should do is kind of look at your closet, pick out what you haven't wear, what you do need, look through your closet and your clothes to see, oh, maybe I want an extra pair of jeans. You know, maybe a really nice, well-fitted, dark wash, straight-legged jean. Maybe you want a really cute, sparkly, bedazzled pair of flats. Maybe you want some more jewelry. So just look through that and just see whether or not you know, what you want. And try not to overspend, because a lot of people overspend or spend money on things that they already have. And they're like, I have something really similar to that. So definitely look through your wardrobe before you go shopping, because that is something that a lot of people do. Also, what I forgot to mention in my sort of back-to-school things to carry in your bag would be this. This is just a little pencil pouch thing that you can get. You can also get like a makeup pouch, which I had somewhere. Actually, you can get a little pencil pouch, like a little makeup pouch like this. This is from, I believe, Estee Lauder. No, it's from Lancome. I don't really use it, so I might just switch that out, because this is a bit big. But get something like this or the other one, and just use that to put any feminine products in there, maybe an extra pair of socks, because in the winter, I know in Canada, you get lots of slush and snow that melt through your boots, and you want an extra pair of socks, extra pair of underwear, maybe some deodorant, gum and floss. That's another thing. If you're like me, definitely buy those 4 packets of gum. I'd buy 8, so it could supply you for maybe about 2 months or so, depending on how much gum you chew, and, you know, whatnot. So I'd also recommend having something like this, like a little mini cream and some sanitizer in your bag, because you never know when the school runs out of soap and they just don't bother to replace it, which is really disgusting, but it happens sometimes. Like I said, so the biggest thing I can say is do things the night before. Now, in terms of studying, I'd recommend using highlighters and color coordination, reviewing every day or every other day about things that you learn. So maybe take 2 subjects home, you learn one day, and then 2 subjects home and review it the next day. So you are really still, you don't forget things really easily. You're not, you know, I don't know, you don't forget a lot of things. You want to remember them, and you want to be able that know that you're able to write this test without worrying, I didn't spend enough time studying. So that's a big concern. Test taking, breathe. The first thing that I do, and it helps me so much in math, was if you look at equations. First of all, use math like flashcards. These don't really look like flashcards, but I'll show you. Flashcards, just basically kind of note cards, index cards, whatever you want to call them. They kind of look like that. So just use that, and it's kind of like rolled up right now just because I rolled it. But basically just use those, and use those to write equations. So if you want to write the quadratic equation, write it on the back, then put quadratic equation on the front so you know the proper term for it. I didn't use those in grade 11. I wish I used that in math, because that would have helped me so much. But definitely try to use index cards or flashcards. And then as well. Make sure you understand it. And what I would do, sorry, to go back to the test, is I don't write my name on the test, on a math test or an English test. If I know I have specific quotes in my head that I have to remember, I immediately turn the back of the page or get scrap paper and I just write out everything on the back. Write out everything. Write out the quadratic equation, write out any quotes from Macbeth that I need to know or whatever. And that way I get all of that info off of my mind, out of my brain, put on paper. That way, when I need it, I can just turn around my paper and look at it. It's not cheating because that's what you would have written on the test anyways. If you have extra time and you're done, double check it. And what I used to do is just kind of look at it to make sure I had everything down, and then I'd hand it in, which isn't a good thing. You should really look to see if you have everything down, then look to see how much you have. So if something's out of 4 marks, you're going to want to put 4 or 5 things down. Make sure you have everything, look it over. And another thing to do, a big tip that I would recommend before we end this video, is if you feel like, oh, I don't really know if this is the right answer, and you kind of guess, but you're not sure, and you think there might be 2 answers, unless you're absolutely positively 125% sure that that answer is your answer B and not answer A that you originally thought of, don't change it. Do not second guess yourself. The first answer, keep that answer unless you're absolutely positively sure that the answers you previously picked is wrong. Because most likely you pick a different answer and the first answer that you erased is correct. So definitely do that. I do hope these tips helped, and I'll put any kind of homework gurus down there that I know definitely helped me. That will be on the down bar below. Comment on any tips or tricks that you know will help you or might help you. If you want to see any other videos, any like hauls or something, put those down below, and don't forget to subscribe and have a great Monday. Bye.